What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new series on the channel. Today we're going to be playing some F1 22. I got the game about a couple of weeks ago and I just couldn't wait to start making videos on it. So yeah, we're going to be doing a My Team career mode. Not the first time I've done it, I've got another save, so I'm not completely new. I'm going to go for a full season here, I believe. I think this is going to be really fun, honestly. New game. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Going into custom settings now. Let's see. Assists, we're not running many assists, just the racing line. We're gonna go for full qualifying and then a 50% race, I believe, yeah, 50% race there. Approximate forecast accuracy, that just adds a bit of randomness into the game like that. Increased department event frequency, doesn't really do much, but I'm still gonna have it anyway. We're gonna go for default on our acclaim rate, resource rate, but then increased on the AI. So I could have gone decreased for myself, but I just think that would have been a bit slow. So yeah, we're going default and then increased on the AI. Fault frequency standard and then high on the fault type, so we can get mechanical failures that will take us out of the race. I like that aspect of the game, honestly. And where are we going now? Going back, seems. There we go, rules and flags, regular corner cutting. I just feel if I do strict, I'll get 3 or 6 seconds penalties every race. I just think that ruins it a bit. Immersive pit stop, immersive safety car, immersive formation lap. We want the full experience here. And this stuff really matters now. Okay, so done the settings. That's going to be the settings that we're going to run in this career mode. Where are we going now? My team icons. I think I'm going to enable them. Because, you know, I wouldn't mind signing a my team icon. Like, I think there's Ayrton Senna or Michael Schumacher. So yeah, I'd love to in later seasons be able to sign those guys. Anyway, creating our team now. This is going to be interesting. Made our driver, I don't think that's going to be the final phase for our driver. I think I change it later. Team name, Websy Racing, I think's a fitting name. You know, my channel name and that. And then racing after it kind of fit the theme. Sponsors. Now the objectives are quite easy for season 1, I believe. So we're just going to go with the highest paying sponsor. Easy as that. Xenon Dynamics, I think that's how you say it. 4.6 million that gives us. Lovely stuff. I wasn't quite sure which engine to go for, but I tried to go Mercedes, yeah, the most expensive one, the most reliable one. We don't want any mechanical failures. And then our second driver.
Oh, yes!
Oscar Piastri, my fellow Australian. Without a doubt, we're going to be signing him. Could go with Felipe Drugovich, but Oscar Piastri is just the best driver there. He's Australian, fits the team. But unfortunately, we can't afford it. So we're going to have to change something, change the engine supplier maybe. We can't change our sponsor because we already have the highest paying one. So we're going to have to choose either Red Bull or Ferrari here. And I believe we're going to choose Red Bull. Because, you know, why not? New powertrain this year. Yeah, so we're going to choose Red Bull. It takes me a while to decide, but yeah. Oh no, Ferrari? No, Red Bull. Yeah, there we go. So we've got the main stuff done. Now it's time for the livery. Now I spent way too long on this, I believe. I think I spent like 15 minutes, like half an hour trying to come up with a livery. The time lapse. I think I tried to go for the black and gold livery. Just finding out what worked best for those colours. playing around with this one here, black and gold. We go for gloss black and satin gold. So there's the livery that we're going to be running for season 1 of my team career mode. I think it looks very nice, honestly. The black and gold with a little bit of white in there. It's also my channel colors, yellow and black. So yeah, I like that a lot, honestly. Helmet fits the car. We're going black and yellow again with a bit of white, and let me tell you, it looks so good in the T-Pod cam. Just wait till you see it. It looks absolutely amazing. There's the suit, same colors as the livery. And then our logo. I tried to find something that looks like a W. I was struggling a bit, you know. There's not many W's in here. But I think eventually I settle for this one here. Make that a W. I like it. It's got 2 colors. Yeah, it's pretty good in my opinion. And yes, very nice. I try to find a good background here. That one looks alright, but I end up changing it to no background. So that is our team done. Now next we have an interview.
It's been a long time since we last saw a team owner take their own car onto the track, and the sport's changed enormously in the intervening years. How are you going to handle the responsibilities of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
Not sure anyone cares, to be honest. We sped through that interview.
Well, thank you so much.
Yep, there's my driver, there's Will Buxton, I believe. We get some nice upgrades for the answers of our questions. I'm getting absolutely stared into my soul by my own driver. Very scary stuff. Anyway, into the My Team headquarters now. We're doing some activities. We're going to go for a driver training camp. Gives us a ton of resource points, and it boosts Oscar Piastri's driving ability. And then I think we go for a pre-season merchandise. Yeah, we do. Gives us 500,000 coins, and there is the performance index for the start of the season. We're the 4th worst car, which I think is not bad. We're ahead of McLaren, Aston Martin, and Williams. So yeah, we're kind of in the lower midfield, maybe challenging for a few low points. But yeah, it's gonna be tough these first few races, so we need to get some upgrades on the car. Speaking of upgrades, we're gonna have a minor weight reduction upgrade for the chassis because we are really lacking on chassis upgrades, and I don't think we can afford anything else. We tried downforce upgrade, engine power upgrade, but nothing's working. So we sit in forward. We have a personnel department event. We can either boost Oscar Piastri's pace or awareness. Now that's just an easy choice. Of course I'm going for the pace. I don't know why I would choose awareness, because pace just means it's faster, so that's an easy choice. Moving on now, we continue simming. We get some 150 resource points, I think that is. So we're gonna do an upgrade. I'm not sure which one this is. I believe it's another chassis upgrade, because if you see that wheel, chassis is very much lacking. So we're gonna go for a weight redistribution upgrade. Comes on time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which will be next episode. So that's lovely stuff. Anyway, continue simming forward. 500k from merchandise sale. Not much we can do there. I believe we've only got 1 million, so don't think there's any upgrades we can fit in. With 500 resource points either. No! Our only upgrade for this race has failed. Our first ever upgrade that we tried to put onto the car has failed. An absolute calamity here at Websy Racing. We can't even put on a simple upgrade for our first race. What a shame.
Just the person I wanted to see. I'm Andrea. I'm head of the R&D for the team. Welcome to the team.
Thank you, lad. Anyway, we've got he's spamming out emails. We've got 5 new emails from him. Calm down, mate. The weather forecast looking nice, no rain expected, as you would probably expect since it being in a desert. That makes a lot of sense. But let's go into practice 1.
Hey mate, this is Mark. Just wanted to say thanks for trusting me as your race engineer. I won't let you down. The car's ready to go, but it's brand new of course, so there may be a few issues here and there. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the data from here.
Well, I hope there's not going to be any issues, Mark. Better have made this car right. We're going on to a set of hard compound tyres for our first run of the season of our entire team's career.
There'll be a lack of rubber out on track, so take it easy for the first couple of laps.
And I will take it easy because the tyres are going to be absolutely freezing cold. Now our first corner. Oh, big snap of oversteer as we try to get out of the pit lane. First corner. And we massively lock up. That's not ideal, is it? Yeah. Very easy to lock up these cars, I've noticed. They don't lock up as much as last game, but if you do lock up, you just go straight on. It's impossible to save a lock up. So yeah, I try my best not to lock up, but it's not exactly easy to not lock up. Anyway, first lap. Here we go, first lap down the main straight. Reaching 325 kilometers an hour, second in the speed trap. Into turn 1, very nice rotation there. Try and get the traction out of this corner. Very difficult, as you can see, snap of oversteer there. And down the second straight. Difficult braking zone here, easy to lock up, but we do actually do that, but it's only a minor lock up. Don't run too wide on that curb. That curb there can give you floor damage, as I learned the hard way. Anyway, nice, not bad through there, could be better though. Rotating for this hairpin now. Try and get the traction down, not easy to get the traction down there. And then the hardest corner on the track in my opinion. Turn 10, so easy to lock up as we do there, but it's only a minor lock up again. So that's pretty easy. DRS open for this small straight here. As we go into turn 11, probably my favorite corner on the track, really nice and flowing. Get some good rotation, good traction out of here as well, into 5th, 6th gear. This corner's flat out, don't touch the curb on the inside, otherwise you'll spin out. This corner here, a bit of a nothing corner, easy to get right. And now you come on to the second last straight of the circuit, coming up to the final corner. Don't touch the curb on the inside, otherwise it'll launch you into the air, and we don't. Get the power down there, a little bit of a kink to the right, DRS open, what's it gonna be? 1.5 seconds off Norris. Second lap, we're up by 4/10 now, coming to the final corner. Gotta get this right, and we do. Absolutely perfect final corner. Bit of a snap of oversteer though, but it's fine, doesn't lose us too much time. And now we are 1.1 seconds away from Norris. So I think that about did it for practice 1. We go through our quick practice. Easy to like hyperspeed through the quick practice. And that's done, we get our resource points. And it's, as soon as you know it, it's time for qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Qualifying time now. I don't know what our performance is going to be. I didn't do a run on a set of soft compound tyres in practice, so I'm not quite sure what the pace is going to be like on the softs. There's the setup. We're running 15-20 wings. Not amazing in a straight line, but again, it's not too bad. You probably want to have as much straight line speed as you can, but the middle sector is very hard with low downforce. Anyway, our first qualifying lap. Let's see what we can do into turn 4 now. I believe this is a very nice corner for us on this lap. Yes, very nice. Get the power down nicely into this S section now. Nice rotation, not quite flat through that corner with this car. Anyway, into the hairpin now. Don't get wheel spin here. We don't, thankfully. Anyway, into the hardest corner on the track. Can we nail it? We absolutely can nail it. Brilliant rotation through there. Nice on the brakes. Into the shortest straight on the track here. Don't know why it has a DRS zone. But anyway, into my favorite corner. How many times can I say that? And anyway, into the flat corner, easy as you like. It's very easily flat. And then into the nothing corner, as I like to call it. Easy rotation, easy traction. And then onto the second last straight. I believe this is a very nice lap. Probably one of my best laps of the weekend. Third gear for the final corner, interesting move. But get the power down nicely. And up to the line, what is it going to be? P7. We go ahead of the Latifi and our teammate Oscar Piastri, but by the time everyone puts a lap in, down to P10, not even everyone has put a lap in, so it's not amazing. As you can see, someone else goes faster, and then everyone gets their laps in, and before you know it, we're down to P20. So maybe it wasn't my best lap of the weekend. Anyway, onto our final run of qualifying 1. Can we get out of Q2? No, can we get into Q2, should I say. For some reason we're up into P17 now. Don't know how that happened. I think it's a glitch. 1.5 tenths up as we go into my favorite corner. Make that 2 tenths. And all of a sudden we gain half, a tenth, 2 tenths into the flat out corner. I don't know how we did that, but all of a sudden we are 4-ish tenths up. So we should, if we nail this final corner, we should easily get into Q2. Let's see, can we nail it? Oh, a bit of a lockup. We ran a bit wide, that's going to cost us some time. But can we make it into Q2? Yes, we can. P13, we're into qualifying 2. We're starting our first run in Q2. We don't get a slipstream down his back straight, unfortunately. Bit of a lock up there, but it's all good. A bit of a snap of oversteer there. And then coming into the final corner, we skip ahead of time. Down to third gear again. I don't know if I should be doing that. But anyway, up to the line. What's it gonna be? Not great. P7, last of the people who've set their times. What was that? I think that was 3.5 tenths of Mick Schumacher. We go ahead of Esteban Ocon, 3 tenths ahead of him, which is very nice. He is in a faster car, so don't know how we've gone ahead of him, actually. We skip ahead of time, and we also go ahead of Pierre Gasly, so that puts us into P14 now. And we start our final run of qualifying 2. Can we get out of Q2? Can we get into Q3 on our first ever appearance in Formula 1? Let's see. Good first corner. No snap of oversteer there. 1.5 tenths up. Hello. Very nice first set of corners. Down into turn 4 now. Third gear to get the rotation, then short shift up into 4th. Bit wide on the exit, but it's all good. Into the S's now, and I believe we skip ahead of time. We do. Into my favorite corner once again, and we've actually lost all the time we've gained. We're pretty much even with our last run. We gain a bit of time there, but then lose it on the exit. We are dead even with our last run, so unless we absolutely nail the final corner, we're not going to be getting out of Q2. Final corner, tap the curb on the inside. We're half a tenth up. But I believe that's not going to be enough to get into Q3, will it? No, it will not. P13 on the grid. for our first ever race in Formula 1. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Getting some XP there. Don't know why it's in the game. Fernando Alonso goes fastest in the LB, and that's an interesting one. And his teammate we're ahead of. So that's an interesting one there. We up the AI difficulty to 98. It's not my favorite circuit, this one. So running low difficulty. Let's get into the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Sergio Perez and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Mick Schumacher, Magnussen and Guan Yu Zhou, Tsunoda, Vettel, the owner driver and Gasly, Ocon, Bottas, Lance Stroll and Daniel Ricciardo, Latifi, Norris, Oscar Piastri and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
P13 on the grid then. Our teammate down in a lowly P21. Maybe he didn't get a proper time in Q1. So hopefully he can make up some spots in the race. We can go soft to medium around Bahrain, which is an interesting strategy. I'm willing to try it, but I want to start on the medium tyres actually. Because starting on the mediums gives us the option to go to the hards if the tyre wear is too bad. And we can't actually get onto the softs for the end. So I'm fine with that. We're gonna go for a medium soft, but medium hard if we need to. I think all the AI are gonna be going for medium hard strategies. As we get ready for the formation lap, not the real start.
Okay, how was that pull away?
It was rubbish indeed. Anyway, warming our tyres for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix, lining up in our grid spot. Warming the rears there, as you can see. Can we, warming them again, can we get a good parking? Yes, we can. Purple parking in our grid slot.
Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
And hopefully
Okay,
we
so that's
do.
the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Okay, now you're cutting me off. Anyway, we get ready for the start. 5 red lights for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and away we go. We get a good start compared to Sebastian Vettel next to us. We absolutely jump him. And we're looking for a move on Yuki Tsunoda and Guan Yu Zhou going into turn 1. We almost rerun Mick Schumacher. We have to go out off track to avoid him. Around the outside turn 1, a turtle pace it seems. And then turns into the inside for the next corner. We're up into P10 off the start, make up 3 positions. Down into turn 4 now. Is Mick Schumacher going to look for a move? No, he's not. Or kept Magnussen looking a bit slow off the exit. Can we get in? No, we can't. We can't overtake into that corner, let's be real. And we're going to the hairpin. Are the AI going to be a bit slow? Yes, they are going for a move up the inside of Kevin Magnussen there. But he ends up getting better traction than us, so we can't make the move stick. Schumacher, looking at the inside. Oh, and he forces us wide. We have to go wide there. Mick Schumacher got up the inside, and we lose 2 spots to Schumacher and Tsunoda. That's just really unfortunate. He got up my inside, and I couldn't get the rotation that I really wanted. So we're down into P12 after that off-track incident. Unfortunately. Anyway, going through here, we can't make up any positions, I believe. No, we cannot. So not a bad start. It was a good start. Exactly, it was an okay start. Looking at the mini-map, our teammate has made up a few positions as well. Going through the final corner, anyone coming into the pit lane for damage? Believe not. So P12 on the first lap. Not bad, not great. With an okay start. Let's see if we can make up any more positions. Down into turn 1, we can't make up anything. Into my least favourite corner, there's a bit of carnage up in front. Yellow flag, George Russell's gone off the track. I believe the yellow flag is behind us though. This one, Aston Martin's gone off the track. And even more chaos, as it's 2x2 it seems. Another yellow flag, bits of carbon fibre everywhere. So someone must have lost their wing. I don't actually know who it is. There's a few people going slow. So we almost rear-ends the Noda there. That would have ended our race. Well, would have given us front wing damage and just end our shot at points. Look at that battle up front. Down to the white line. Magnussen making a move on Russell. We do actually hit Sonoda. Don't believe we have any damage. And it's Russell coming into the pit lane. So that promotes us up into P11. Sonoda and no, it's Schumacher. Sonoda and Schumacher fighting ahead. Let's see if we can catch one of them off guard. Schumacher going a little slow, but there's nothing we can do. The AI always get better traction than you on this game. Sonoda's actually made up 2 positions, but again Magnussen's coming back at him. And around the outside, not quite. Oh, we actually touched Schumacher there. Does that give any damage? I don't think it does. We are running simulation damage, so it's very easy to get damage. Anyway, it's hyper's traveling through time, hyper speed. That's what I'm looking for. Going on to lap 5, still traveling hyper speed. Going to my least favorite corner once again. Bit of a lock up that puts us at risk of Esteban Ocon. We should be alright though. We have the straight line speed, but he's gonna come back at us around the outside. No, we just have enough straight line speed to cut him off there. Very fortunate. We could have easily lost a position there. The AI are always so good around that corner, and I'm not good at all around that corner. So easy to lock up the front left and just go sailing straight on. Check for damaged cars, looking all good from a couple of taps on our front wing. Into the final corner, a bit wide, and a big snap of oversteer. There's a brilliant save. Let's have a look at the replay. As you can see, massive snap of oversteer. We did well to save that one. That would have ended our race very quickly, but that puts us at risk of Esteban Ocon, and he does easily sail past us. A straight line. Look around the outside, but nothing doing there. And we just have to tuck behind the rear wing of the Alpine. And apparently another snap of oversteer. This car's very easy to spin out, so we have to be on our toes all the time to try and catch the car if it does try and spin itself 180 degrees. Moving on to lap 7, coming on to lap 8, we still have the DRS of Esteban Ocon. Can we maybe try a move using overtake? Nah, he's too quick in a straight line. The AI are very quick in a straight line on this game, I've noticed. I've heard a couple of people talk about it. Yeah, the AI are almost impossible to beat in a straight line. Lap 11 now, we're still behind Esteban Ocon. So I wouldn't mind making a move, but at the same time, he is towing us towards that group of cars ahead. The 2 Houses and Alpha Tauri. So I'm just going to sit behind him here until we have to pit. And speaking of pitting, I believe the tyre wear was not looking too good.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Say that, but Mark tells us the tyres are fine. As we check the tyre wear, 40% on the front left. I think we need to go to lap 20 to pit on the softs. Oh, big snap of overs here. But I don't think that's going to happen with 40% tyre wear on only lap 11, 12 now. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to go onto the softs. And yes, we switch onto the hards. So we're going on to a new set of hards. So I believe we're going to be pitting this lap. So we're going to need a great in-lap here as we skip through time. We're going to be coming into the pits on this lap, it seems. So through the final corner, are we going to pull into the pits? Yes, we are, along with Magnussen as well, who also comes into the pits, just about slowing down for the pit entry line. That would have given us a 5-second time penalty if we didn't slow down. Anyway, trying to get the turn in, purple turn in. Can we get it? Yes, we can. Oh, and we kill a pit crew member. Absolute tragedy as we kill someone in the pit lane. Let's have another look at this as we absolutely murder the Haas pit crew member. Can we get Fs in the comments for that, man? Anyway, trying to warm up the tyres here as we go into turn 1. Oh, a big lockup. That's going to cost us a heap of time. Oh, and a snap over here. So we're trying to warm the tyres. The tyres are absolutely freezing. As we can see, 74 degrees is an absolutely chilling temperature. And we get, not too bad through there. Tyres are so cold, so we have to take to the runoff. And there's a yellow flag, it seems. That's one of the Alpines. I believe it's Esteban Ocon, and I didn't quite catch it, but he is out of the race. So the man who was towing us along to the next group of cars is now out of the race, which is not ideal. Anyway, let's see, lap 14 now. Oh, bit of a step over here. We are in the DRS of the cars ahead, which is nice. Joe Guan Yu and Mick Schumacher, that is. We jump. We don't jump, but we get ahead of Sebastian Vettel coming out of the pits, and our teammate, who is making up some positions very nicely. Anyway, coming into turn 10, the worst corner on the track. We're still in the DRS, which is nice, and we're actually closing in on Schumacher ahead, which is interesting. Got a yellow flag, that's one of the Williams. Maybe he got tangled up with their teammate. Let's have a look at the replay. Side by side going to turn 10, I know that this one doesn't work very well, and a teammate just shoves Grotifi wide, I think that is. So he's learned very well from me, just shoving people wide all the time. Very good stuff, lad. Anyway, almost drew end. Schumacher, that would have not ended well. And, oh, that's an Alfa Romeo going straight on. Can we get the position side by side? Coming into turn 5, and we have the inside, so that is going to be an easy move right there. But we've actually lost DRS to Mick Schumacher, so we're going to have to try and work hard to get the DRS back. Yeah, the gap's 1.3 seconds. Of course, it needs to be 1 second for you to get the rear wing open, which gives you a nice boost in a straight line. So we're not going to be able to have that on this back straight.
Gap to your teammate behind is 8.4 seconds.
And we are in the top 10 now. Thank you for reminding me, Mark. So we're going to get 1 point if everything stays like this. But we're going to be looking to try and catch up to Mick Schumacher ahead. If so, then that will be 2 points, which obviously we'd love to see. I think it's no, it's not the next lap. It's the same lap. We go wide, turn 4. And now it's the next lap, lap 18. Going to turn 1. Oh, we still don't have the DRS, 1.1 seconds. Oh, as we have a big lock up there and coming into turn 1. And then, oh, massive snap over here. As you can hear the sound effects. We have a look at that one on the replay. As you can see, we lock up. And then just coming into this corner, it's very hard to get traction down. And we don't get a very good camera angle. But you can still see the massive snap of oversteer that we have there. So not ideal stuff. Not ideal stuff. So that, oh, another one. Another snap of oversteer. This car's just so hard.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.0 seconds.
It's so hard to keep in a straight line. Yeah, it's happened so many times this weekend. Anyway, everything really just stayed like this for a while. Coming onto lap 23 now. It's been quite a few laps. Team radio though.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're in 14th place. The last lap time was a 1:33.4.
That's nice to hear. 14th place for a teammate who started P21, of course.
Okay, some information on Piastri. They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
No, I just complimented him. And now he has an engine failure, so he's going to be falling down the order now. Anyway, P10, imagine on our debut if we got points in Formula 1. Team radio?
Gap to your teammate behind is 12.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're in 14th place. Time last lap was a 1 minute 35.4.
The gap to Joe 1U behind is 1.1 seconds. He's closed this gap awfully quickly as we head on to the last lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix. What is going to happen? I don't know. The gap is 1 second. Will he get the DRS open? He needs to be under 1 second. Oh, he might have just got it. So we're going to be under threat from the Alfa Romeo driver behind, the rookie of this season as well. Both rookies trying to get their first point in Formula 1, but I am in a new team and a new car, our first ever race in Formula 1. Imagine if we got points. Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix. Very good for him, but we're not focused on that. We are focused on the battle for the final points position in this Bahrain Grand Prix. Zhou Guanyu, 7/10 behind. It's so easy to mess up this corner, so we're going to need to get incredible drive. We get very nice traction, so that just builds the gap. 6/10 now, he has DRS definitely on this straight. 4/10, 3/10 as we come into my favourite corner. We need to get this right. 5th gear coming out. 4/10 separates myself and the young Alfa Romeo driver coming into the second last corner of the track. 4/10, can we build up that gap? Yes, we can. 5.5/10 now. The tyres are absolutely dead. But this is going to be his last overtaking opportunity. Can he make it? No, he's far too far back. So we have hung on for our first ever points in Formula 1 on our debut.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Smiling faces on the pit wall then after that superb win here at Sakir. And rightly so, a brilliant effort from the whole team. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Wow, that was intense. We get our first points in Formula 1 after an intense final lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix. We get a load of XP for that. Thank you, EA and Codemasters. You can see my name's actually Webb and then C. Promise I'll fix that. So because in the race it actually just comes up with C. So don't want that. I'll change it next episode for sure. So yeah, that'll just about do it for today's race, as Crofty is absolutely talking over me. Not appreciated, as he finally stops. I think our teammate got P17 in this race. Unfortunately, he had that engine failure. I think he was actually matching our pace though. So, very happy for him. Yeah, P17. He showed some good pace this race, but unfortunately, the engine failure just held him back that much. So yeah, he's looking promising, looking like a promising teammate. But it's not points, we got the points, so we get the credit, of course. Anyway, we get our acclaim, lots of acclaim. That should take us up to level 3 team acclaim. And it does, thank you very much. So yeah, that was just about do it for this episode. I really did enjoy this one. Hopefully you did enjoy it too. So yeah, if you did enjoy it, just drop a like. I always look at the likes, always look at the comments. So yeah, if you do enjoy it, do those things. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.